Course navigation. You can control this course in several ways. First, simply click or tap on the screen to go on to the next animation or slide. Use the player functions at the bottom and side of the screen. You can use the buttons to change the screen, go to the next animation, or you can simply search in the course. As well, you can adjust for audio volume and use the course thumbnails on the right to change between slides. Use the outlines and thumbnails to skip to the next slides or to go ahead. Try using the player now. Pay close attention to the audio icons throughout the course. Click on the speaker to listen to the audio. The IELTS testing procedure. The IELTS exam takes about 2 hours and 45 minutes. Before the exam, you must show your personal identification, usually a passport, as you walk in the door. Make sure to have this document with you. If you do not, it is a very likely chance that you will not be able to sit the exam. So have your passport and your identification in your pocket before you leave for the test center. During the exam, a supervisor will make sure that everybody is following the exam rules. If you are not sure about the rules of the exam, be certain to ask the supervisor. If you do not, the supervisor may interrupt you, and this can cause difficulties with your score. It is important to know that the listening and reading answers which you give are marked by one examiner. The writing and speaking responses are marked by 2 examiners who agree on the final scores. If there is disagreement, a 3rd examiner will give the average for your final result. What is IELTS, or International English Language Testing System? The academic IELTS test is an assessment of a non-native English speaker's ability to communicate both in written and verbal English at a university level. Have a look at the example lecture to get an idea of the English which is required in university classes. For this reason, the test's focus is in the general skills of listening and speaking, and academic skills of writing and reading. These make up the 4 sections of the academic IELTS. So how does the IELTS marking structure work? Each section's raw score is converted to a band score from 0 to 9. 0 means that you have either no English or did not attend the test. A score of 1 means that the test taker is a non-user, can only speak a few words like hello, good morning, goodbye. A score of 2 indicates an intermittent user who has a very basic grasp of English. Score of 3 is an extremely limited user, while a score of 4 is a limited user that can express very basic ideas such as asking for water and food or calling for help, indicating danger. A score of 5 is a modest user. This is a non-native English speaker who can conduct basic communication on general concepts and ideas. Level 6 is a competent user. Usually level 6 is the minimum requirement by universities to allow entrance into their programs. This user is generally able to talk about a variety of topics using good grammar with some mistakes and some missing vocabulary. Level 7 is a good user. This non-native speaker is able to communicate, understand, and express ideas clearly and effectively. Usually a level 7 score is required by strong universities, which have higher rankings, as well as requirements for students who are wishing to continue with their graduate studies at the master's and PhD level. A level 8 is a very good user, has a full understanding of English, and can hold a conversation in just about any situation, making very few mistakes in only difficult situations. A level 9 is an expert user. This is a person who is at the highest native English speaking level, able to engage in difficult topics, making almost no mistakes, with full comprehension and expressive ability. Your score on the IELTS. Most universities in the US, Canada, Great Britain, New Zealand, and Australia require undergraduate students to have a score average between 5.5 and 6.5 on the IELTS with no section lower than 5 or 6. Some master's and PhD programs will require students to achieve an overall score of 7 or more. For more information about score requirements, contact your university of application. On exam day, there are several steps that you should take to be well prepared. First, it is very important that you have a good night's sleep, at least 7 hours. If you are nervous, try to do some activities such as swimming to make you a little bit more tired before the day's over. You should wake up at least 2.5 hours before the test. The human brain takes about 3 hours to reach its maximum function. Be sure to get to the test center at least half an hour before the exam. In this time, there are several things that you should try to do. For example, do some easy listening and reading of IELTS materials. Take these materials with you as you go to the test center. It is very important that you speak English only to people around you. Explain to them that you are sitting the IELTS exam and it is very important for your brain to be active in English. Try to write down your plans for the day in English in 5 sentences. This will allow you to warm up your writing a little bit. Get comfortable with the test center. Walk around and familiarize yourself. Use the washroom if you need to. You are now ready to begin the course.